Hello, thank you for joining us at the 2024 Twin Cities Film Fest, presented by Stearns Bank. I am Callie Bliss, your host, and tonight I am joined by Mr. Thomas C. Johnson, who's the director and editor of a short film called Love and Sugar. So tell us a little bit about what is this short film about?
Yes, this film Love and Sugar is about a guy named Stephen Loveland, who's kind of a local figure in the Twin Cities area. So he's a street performer, and he makes street animals. It's not street animals, makes animals out of balloons, and also gives away ice cream and does like ice cream type of parties. So yeah, he's a street performer with loads of personality. Yeah.
And he's known around St. Paul for being this kind of character around ice cream.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you happen to be like walking around Rice Park someday, you might run into him downtown St. Paul, or if maybe you're at the Art of Whirl in Minneapolis. In Northeast at some time, he might be up and about there. Yeah.
Okay, so did he come to you with the concept for this film, or did you come up with it?
Yeah, so interestingly, he and I have known each other for like 20 years. So back when I started grad school at the University of Minnesota, before that, I worked at the St. Paul Hotel, and he was a concierge, and I was front desk for about an 8-month period, and then we just didn't see one another for a long time, and I read an article about him in the now defunct City Pages, and I started thinking about him as a documentary film subject because my previous films had explored these single characters who have these really kind of unique crafts or specialties. And so I read that article, I reached out, and long story short is it came to be to what we're going to share today.
Okay. So I'm going to quote here. You mentioned that you like to focus on craftspersons, and you say, as a filmmaker, I seek to study the human condition, particularly as it relates to craftspersonship. So in this film, Love and Sugar, you aim to present the subject, Stephen J. Loveland, in ways that reveal his perspectives and purposes in his role as a street performer. What do you think he does for the community, and why is the film so important, especially in a time like now where we're so polarized?
No, absolutely. I mean, one of the key messages from the film is how he uses his craft to inspire kindness, and I know that seems kind of general. But it really is one of his major purposes, the ways in which he, on a day-to-day basis or event-to-event basis, can spread love and spread it via sugar, right? And he speaks of that being this divisive period, and how some of the work that he does, it might just be this small antidote here or there, but it does matter. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's great. So you are a professor of communications, yes? Yeah. And what would you say, knowing that you're a filmmaker, you're a part of the community, what do you think is the most important thing that you can impart to the next generation of storytellers, content makers, filmmakers?
Yeah, so in my role as a professor at Luther College in Decorah, Iowa, and my scholarship is very much on documentary films, and so I teach classes there in video production, documentary filmmaking, and I could probably take us about 10 different directions here, but I'll just take us one. And one of the things that I tell my students is it's really important to do that script and research work and pre-production on the front end. And so you're thinking about what that vision is going to look like when you're out in the field, rather than just going out and shooting. And I think there's great merit in just going out and saying, I'm just going to produce something, but to be able to work through some research, to think about what you want to articulate and put that on the page, and then see it come to fruition, I think it just opens up so many possibilities.
Create content with intention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being with us here today, and we look forward to seeing your film in the shorts block that is forthcoming.